We'll talk about this later. We have again. What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason.
We do. That's why he isn't in shackles and being brought to trial right now.
We can discuss shackles after we've talked about the Steel Groat. They're coming for Solace Keep.
Nonetheless, returning with an Adiran in tow was foolish, Marius.
Foolish? I'd call it treacherous.
Right, well how about we all pile on Marius after we're sure Solace is safe?
Our order has survived the threat of these lands for hundreds of years. Wardens patrol the region day and night. There's no danger in the tusks that can catch us unawares.
They destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for Solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
You've already destroyed one historical edifice. We heard of what you did to the ruins in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Nor I to you. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you? It sounds like you have something in mind. There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, Envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose, its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him, perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The Envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does he not?
The markings on your face, I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru.
Who the fuck is Nandru?
The godlike are gone.
There's at least one left, and he's standing right in front of you.
Perhaps you are what you say, but it does not matter. We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. That is what your supposed Steel Garrote must be in the tusks to find, isn't it? I fear you and they will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
However noble you may believe your purpose, it is yours alone.
It's mine, too.
You have no more standing in these halls than the Envoy does, Marius. We have no obligation, and indeed, no inclination to help you.
Goodbye, Envoy. Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius? Don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but I thought about it. You'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
Politicians are alike everywhere, aren't they?
Envoy. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. I wanted to apologize for what happened in the council chamber. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Yes, she's more concerned about her pride than the fact our people are weakening from deprivation. She won't let our people leave, or speak with outsiders, or trade for the resources we need. There is no reasoning with her. Anything that doesn't strictly serve our oath to Nandru is treason of the highest order. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. I am a realist, as I suspect are you. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. If we stay in this keep, we will surely die. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Change must happen. We need to leave the keep. Do you understand me? I understand. We have done little to earn your goodwill. The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. The wardens defend a corpse against that which would revive it. We will not last here much longer. Not without food, building materials, medical supplies. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. We need so much more. All of which your ambassador in Paradis could provide. If I could only start the conversation. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Steel Garrote are in the mines at Mount Forja, looking for the garden even as we speak. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. Go then. Seek the Steel Garrote. Seek the garden. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want, too. Every empire finds themselves engaged in a little civil war now and then. I'd only rather you didn't pursue one on my doorstep. Not when we both stand to benefit from peace and conversation. In any case, the Steel Garrote, do as you will. I believe the Pargrunen and the Adirians can forge a mutually beneficial alliance. That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also, goodbye then.
He's in a tough position, but I believe he's trying to do right by his people.
Any news, Andrada?
Sorry, Captain.
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here.
I'm so tired of listening to you. Kostya this, Kostya that. Solace Keep protects us all. I don't want to hear another word.
An outlander.
Don't mean to be disrespectful, but we'd prefer not to deal with your kind.
What's wrong with talking to the Outlander, We need outside opinions. We need medicine. You're sick, Mother.
Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs. We don't speak of them to outsiders.
Even if it costs you your life, Mother? You'd rather die than ask for help from an Outlander?
Kostya has a lot to answer for, poisoning our youth's minds with these ideas. Solace Keep's matters are for Solace Keep's wardens. Stay out of it.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunen are done for.
I don't want to hear another word of this.
Try growing up with that volcano on the horizon.
What? Fresh? Call this fresh? Idiots.
Get a read on her and understand her. I feel like I'm being gassed.
Steel mess meat.
God, I love that spell. Yeah, I love it because I don't have to waste a lot of money on health potions. I also save health potions.
It's always the next one.
Who are you, spirit? Go away. I know you're not real. I'll stop you if I must.
The trap cuts. The fox cries at the pain of the hare. The justice of the wild.
The plague's corrupted the rest of us. The steel garrote. Now our mind's broken. I won't let it take me. I'll keep my sanity. You're not real. You can't be. No, go away, spirit.
Hey, look, it's Captain Alf here.
To fall to the thing you came to stamp out? That's a cruel kind of poetry.
Is that my name? Alfia. I've been wondering. What is it, me I'm frightened of? Or her? My soul is mine. Mine, it will not be despoiled. What was that prayer Lureen taught us to banish the visions? Fearsome Modica, by your withering gaze, I bind this tricksome devil. Oh, gods, it's still there. I see the canopy of a tree inside your soul. No! Stop looking at me. I don't want to see it.
Right. She's gone. I'd almost suggest leaving her like this.
No, no. My soul is my own. I want to live.
The weapon's not doing the job. Well done.
I'm sorry.
Nice job, everyone.
Blake has gone wild. She was too infected. I had to.
At least the volcano's easy to find.
Find you better armor.
Stop right there!
Take your best shot. Right. And roll.
What if they were infected when they burned down the place?
Saka sub-steel corrode slaughtered them and left them to rot. I say we pay them in kind.
Agreed. Eyes peeled and weapons drawn.
It's the end. What's up? I'm with you.
Humus metal.
That was a while. We've never seen that in a while.
Oh, you see that? That's one for us. get me.
You shouldn't be here.
Make worth and roll.
Haha. That was actually a little funny.
Please help me!
We got them all.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't come. I don't know. They caught me. They said they had questions. Then they stopped making sense. Just nonsense.
Something happened. No idea what.
Please.
They're infected.
There is a friend of mine hiding in the summit. You have to help me before it's too late.
Let's hurry.
Can they avoid becoming infected?
Seal miss me.
It's the end, boy.
You're right. Right flank. And roll. Throw up 10. Left. To your left.
There's gotta be another way through.
And roll. On your right. Seal miss me.
Might get a little bit more decay next level. This will resolve. I see. I went the wrong way by accident. Okay.
Another down.
This is a mess. And the Steel Garrote aren't the disorderly type. They must have left in a hurry. Are these...
They circled Solace Keep on the map. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Impossible. I've explored every inch of the keep. If there was a path to the garden inside the keep, I'd know about it.
Hang on. What if that path is under the keep? Someone must have told Ludwig. Even amongst a tight-knit group like the Pargrunen, there's always someone with a price.
Doesn't matter. A Steel Garrote getting to the garden cannot be a good thing.
We won't let them down.
Whether they realize it or not.
This is bad, isn't it?
Trespasser, she defiles our ground.
Alright, fuck it. I made my choice. I went with the goddess.
Murderer, she is near.
You will go no further. The garden is under our protection.
And who is going to stop? Time has come to take the garden.
Wardens will never...
Yesterday, this island suffered in the grip of its own madness. Today, the living lands unites under one flag. One people. One law. One true God.
No! Never again!
Oh. Oh, fuck.
We see you! Invaders in the garden! Oh, child boy! Let's talk.
Another win.
Hey, buddy. Long time no see. Yeah. Nice. Nice to see ya.
But who's counting?
So here you are. Sapadal coaxed you toward the garden, a spider luring a fly to the safety of the web.
Who spins? Who rides? She weaves a trap of steel.
Look at my paladins, envoy. Look what your god has done to us. I should have realized it sooner. The Dream Scourge is Sapadal's weapon. A cudgel to drive us out of the living lands. So was I. Sapadal had other plans. What a pair we make, envoy. Proxies in a war between gods. Your patron versus my faith. A war that ends here and now. The choice is ours. Do we trust our own judgment? Or do we gamble it all on the monster whispering in your ear?
I want to load real quick. Because I don't trust the autosave. And I want to save this and make 2 separate parts to this.
Murderer, she is near.
You will go no further. The garden is under our protection.
And who is going to stop me? Time has come to take the garden. We see you!
Get ready, pal.
Don't be shy, envoy!
Who spins?
Look. So, what keep your promise to the Emperor. Cut the Dream Scourge off at the root. Permanently.
No!
No matter where we turn, we find the consequences of Sapadal. Plague, blight, madness. The Living Lands hangs by a thread because mortals cannot live in the shadow of a god. Much less one that's lost its mind.
I hate to say this, but she's got a point. Not that I trust her with the solution.
We were fine living at the whim of a sleeping god until you came along and woke it up.
You and I alone can save the Living Lands by destroying the unending madness that is Sapadal.
She lies. She poisons.
Good. This island's got enough trouble ahead without an angry god making it worse.
Are you sure that's the right decision?
It's not every day that a godlike vanquishes their creator. Tell me, when the time comes, will you hesitate? Or will it be swift? I wish I could see that for myself. Are you confident in your own strength? Do you imagine that Sapadal has no hold over you? I will judge that for myself, and judge harshly, starting with your conduct in Dawnshore.
I knew everything we've done would come back to bite us.
You brought your killer to justice. Not as I had hoped, but justice wears many faces.
That wasn't your choice to make. I would have carried out the sentence personally. Still, it was justice nonetheless. What of Emerald Stair? You were wise not to interfere with Fior Messiverno. Wiser, perhaps blind. It makes no difference. The Steel Garrote cleansed the city of governance, history, and animancy gone awry. Our paths crossed again in Shatterscarp. You destroyed the ruins of Naku Kubel, saved the settlement, hobbled the Dream Scourge. When caught between impossible choices, you trusted logic. For that, you have my respect. After weighing your conduct, I have reached a decision. You have one chance to do the right thing, Envoy. One chance. Kill Sapadal, and do not falter.
A false promise. A chance to escape.
We can worry about her later. First, we've got to get off this mountain alive and track down your god.
Your fealty has bought you my trust. Do not squander it. I leave Sapadal in the garden to you. Another matter calls me back to Dawnshore.
What? You were just gonna let her leave?
Until next time.
If that's how she treats her allies.
Don't let the tree roll around.
I will load. Go load and redo that thing. I'm conflicted, but honestly, I think I'm going to side with the god.
Murderer, she is near.
You will go no
I'm very
further.
conflicted in this.
The garden is under our protection.
And who is going to stop me?
Extreme thralls now. Get ready to fight.
Look at... So, what... You've seen what they can do in chains. Setting them loose would be a disaster. No matter where we turn, we find the living land.
I hate to say,
We were...
You and I...
Break the bars!
you know them best. If that's what you believe.
Right. And we definitely all had input on that decision.
I knew it might come to this. Sapadal has a stronger claim on you than we ever did. Still, I had hoped your wisdom would prevail, if not your loyalty. What a shame to destroy so much potential. She already knows. Don't you feel her eyes on you? Prepare yourself for the beyond.
Don't let the dream rolls around. Come and get me. Good work. You're on your right.
CMS Mito.
Coming from your right.
Are you really at this?
Nickworth and Rob.
Don't let up. They're still coming.
Fireball for the win.
Oh, you see that?
And Rob.
So I decided what the goddess first, and then I'm going to reload, join Leia win.
To your left! Next one's mine.
Seal must meet.
Kill solid right. Let's see what I did a little better. But I don't know, I'm conflicted.
And roll!
We did it! That steel garrote Korba died just like anyone else.
This isn't the first time she's died. It might not be the last.
The garden lit up and everyone changed. I hate to say it, but maybe Ludwig is right about Sapadal and the Dream Scourge.
We've got to get you to the garden, whatever it takes.
Vipers in a knot. The venom drowns us. Save us, please.
Fine, I'm working on it. Just give me a reason to believe you. Granted me all this power, but what is there to believe you? As far as I'm aware, Saldred can't be trusted. And the fact that this Dream Scourge has proved it.
They stand outside our prison. We rattle the bars, they do not hear. We scream, they do not answer. When they are done with us, they will rend you next. Teeth everywhere. They eat us alive. Out! Let us out! Set us free! There are always more. New steel treads upon the ashes of the old. The light stands in the midst. The old light. It blinds us. Send it away. It hurts. It has always hurt this way. And our pain spreads, and the rot spreads. The plague grows. We did not mean to. Believe. Faith. It has been so long since anyone has granted us these gifts. We see now the mycelial roots tended with our blood and tears. We wanted to be patience and strength, but we were afraid. They hurt us and would not stop. We did not mean to. We were innocent. We were never taught the meaning of our strength. We were nothing once, and then we were. As we woke to the world, we reached out and we found them, the other gods. We thought they would love us, but they flinched from us like we were a flame. The charred queen called us an abomination. We tore chasms in the land and boiled its rivers to stop her magfolk, to save our people. How could we have known how fragile their bodies were? She hurt us, killed those who loved us. She wanted us gone, forgotten, destroyed utterly. We do not know. We do not comprehend. We were new to the world, and it to us. Yet she made it our sin. She who caged us. She who called us monster. We thrash and the affliction rises. We scream and the rot spreads. We did not intend to lie. We only wanted to be loved. We only wanted not to be alone. They hurt us. We hurt them back. We hurt them again, again. We dreamed of green shoots, roses without thorns to prick. The vines of the past strangle us. Help us. We are alone. At last, gentleness, like the soft kiss of summer. We will make this better. We promise. Help us. Release us. Then the rot ends. We give you another sliver of our power, a piece of us. Do you accept? The parasites who trapped us left a door in the garden's wall. Reach it, and you can set us free. Let us aid you once more. We grant you our power. Find the wall of the valley across the acid sea. It cups our prison in its palm. It waits. We wait. Free us. End our suffering.
So when the skeleton lady is making so much sense, and I'm completely on board with her.
And rough!
Purge the blade!
Is that all you got? Nothing like a win with a good team.
It's a cross.
Nickworth and Roth!
Still not the biggest fan of this game, but it does make you think, who is in the right?
Listen, I don't know what invaders in the garden, but we can't ignore it.
One for you! On your right!
And rough!
That it?
Who disturbs us?
Here we go! Arms up!
Nickworth and Roth!
Nice shot!
I don't know. I'm very conflicted.
Here they come!
I do like Leia. She's a very interesting villain. Or a hero that's really trying.
On your right!
But yet, this is nothing but a war between her fate and my patron. Nothing but gods. Or nothing but the playthings of these gods. Most of the time I try to kill gods to bring down better, but I'm working with one.
Stinging wasps!
Didn't stand a chance!
Oh, good. Everyone's panicking.
We need to leave before all of the dusks is...
And then
Sorry, not responsible. Bye.
He's not the one I'm worried about. Someone's going to tell the outpost.
moment I saw that adherent, wherever we go next, I knew a disaster. Exactly.
You did not.
Yes, I did.
I mean, technically I'm at fault. Not in the literal sense, but in the technicality sense.
Everyone, please, do not panic.
Oh, Marius! Praise Abaddon! You are alive!
What's happening? Why is everyone running around like blessed fools?
The volcano erupted. Any minute now, we're going to be flooded. We're evacuating. Kostya's gone to open the lava sluice gates, but they've been disused for so long. When Forja erupted, I thought... Oh, my boy. I'm so glad you're alive. Envoy, well, I'm glad you survived your trip up the mountain. We're minutes away from being overrun by lava flows. I have to get my people out. You must leave now. I told you everything I know. The only way to the garden fell centuries ago.
The Steel Garrote would tell you otherwise. We have reason to believe there's a path under the keep. Be thankful you're talking to us rather than them. They were planning to storm the keep.
They're all dead, by the way. You're welcome.
The Steel Garrote were marching on the keep? How? Why would they think the garden was beneath Solace? He's gone below to open the sluice gates. Nandru designed the gates to direct the lava flows away from the keep, but Forja hasn't awakened in centuries.
Could Kostya have told the Steel Garrote about another entrance to the garden?
No. If such a thing existed, I can't believe it. He wouldn't. We took an oath to Nandru. The garden was our sacred duty, and he betrayed us. I can't believe I didn't see this coming. I was a fool. I have failed my duties. Kostya. I knew he was making overtures, but I didn't think he'd go that far. The ambassador has not responded to Kostya's overtures, has he? I made sure of that when I threw the ambassador's replies in the forge fire. I understand how Kostya could be tempted by false notions of freedom and prosperity, but... Oh, this is entirely too much. How could he have done this? I can't believe Kostya handed the Steel Garrote a secret we protected for hundreds of years. Futumeyu. Who knows what he'll do with the sluice gates? He cares so little for the keep that I worry he's going to have us drowning in lava. Oh, no, I cannot ask you to do that. I love all my wardens, Envoy. Even the traitors. But I will show you where Kostya has gone. If he wants to tell someone where the garden is, let him tell you. If you find that he's doing anything other than opening the gates that would protect our home from the lava, I would ask that you stop him.
Mihala.
I meant what I said. I do not wish to see him dead. But if he would risk the keep, then he risks our lives. We cannot suffer those who would harm us to live. Now I must return to the evacuation, and you must go on your way. Go now, and go with the gods.
I go with a god.
They went through this.
These fungal growths look like something I'd have scraped off the ship in my Navy days.
Let's not spend any more time down here than we have to.
Oh, no, you don't!
This whole place feels like it's gonna come apart.
It probably is. Son of a bitch.
And Rob!
Voices silenced.
That's it. He's playing. Let's go. This one's mine.
Take Worth and Rob! And Rob!
Well done.
Take Worth and Rob! Take Worth and Rob!
Next one's mine.
Seal mess meat hook.
And Rob!
Fatality.
And Rob!
Watch the left.
Take Worth and
We make a good squad.
Kostya isn't going to wait around for us. Keep moving. We need to keep moving if we're gonna catch Kostya.
Oh, that was easy.
If Kostya knew about this, he'd be selling tickets. We too.
A spark. Daylight. Essence we have not felt in centuries.
My brother, soul of my soul, how did you find me here? A god beyond the grasp of gods. What is the will to a man subject to one like them? I told Sabadell not to look for me. I did not wish to be found. I have been here for so long. No one came looking. Andrew, you are blessed, my fellow Parkronan said. But I did not come here to meet Sabadell. I am hiding from them. I remember it all. I feel Sabadell's mind beneath yours, swimming in the deep. You should run. That was the name they gave themselves. Stolen from the ancient souls, whose deaths gave rise to them, to us. We were little more than appendages to them. That is why I must ask you to destroy them. You have seen them, as I have. Memories of their ancient, chosen children. Rips in the fabric between the here and the beyond that allow the dreams of the dead to leak through. Memories of the Akida. People like you, or I, who loved Sabadell and were betrayed by them. This land was once a jungle, rich, alive. I saw it through their eyes. The people tried to look after themselves, to rely less on Sabadell. But to be relied upon was all their god desired. They felled a tree, and for that slight, Sabadell turned their world to ash. Ignited the breath in their lungs and made their people into dust. Sabadell burned the world, and the people who revered them suffered for it. So that I would be confronted every day with what our God had done. So that I would not grow weak and give in. So that I would not go to them and do what they have asked of you. So that I would never set them free. No, their final death came later. A gift to the Akida from the true gods, who wished to bring their children back to them. Back to her. The rightful queen, Wodica. She is the center of everything. They shield you from the truth of what they are. The Dream Scourge has existed as long as they have. Don't you see? It is their infection. You, my brother, who are more brave than I, go now to the garden and hang the gardener from their tree. You need only walk a little more. You are nearly at the end. You know, to siphon my soul to a lonely pillar, disconnected from the stone that makes our world. Disconnected from them. I only hope that Sabadal releases you to the same long peace. Do not thank me. Only do as I asked. Destroy them, rather. And when you see Wodica, tell her I said hello.
You okay? You went away again, but this time seemed different.
Michael, you alright? We lost you there for a bit, but not like before.
So that's two
Costume's already proven himself an enemy of Solace. Whatever you choose to do.
Sluice gates are. Let's find Costume fast.
Lava's high. Gotta hurry.
Good. You're here. Help me destroy this winch. We can't risk someone turning and opening the gates. If the keep falls so that we might live, so be it. I figured you might have. Bloodthirsty. You people just can't help yourselves. Me, specifically? No. I only provided them access to material from the living archives. The books and records that the novice brought to them were what revealed the secret. I assume you didn't let the Steel Garrote or the Inquisitor survive their search. And so you brought it back here? Among the Wardens? It doesn't matter how it works. It was not present in the tusks until your people arrived. Oh, perhaps this is right. Another reason to destroy this place and go. This is how it should be. So long as the keep stands, my people are trapped here. Doomed by an oath to a dead man.
No one should be bound to a pile of stones. Certainly not because of a centuries-old oath.
Our people were nomads for ages until we built the keep. When it falls, we'll be free to explore the world again. I will not watch my people rot here for the sake of a pointless oath.
A life for rubble, blood for the prison of old ways. We twine.
Stand down, Kostya. This just isn't your day.
So be it. And you are so close. The entrance to the garden is just beyond this door. I always knew it would come to this.
Get down! You're mine down!
Well, that was fun. It's done. Solus is safe. Thank the gods. Well, that's that.
You're gonna hate me for the next round. Like, really hate me.
Never thought I'd be so glad to see those blessed walls.
I'm conflicted. Max out fire, increase poison.
Closer. We have waited so long.
Alright, gardening time.
I feel crazy saying this, but Kostya was right. We should have let Solus Keep fall.
Crazy is one word for it. You really think you can just burn down someone's ancestral home?
Dearie, the keep isn't a home. It's a prison. And now the Pargrunen will never escape.
Solus is my home. I still don't get why any of you feel like you have a say in this.
But you left.
Because I chose to. Kostya doesn't get to make that decision for everybody.
If Kostya doesn't, Mihala will.
Civilization, as we know it, hasn't existed in the Living Lands for very long. We need to preserve what history we have.
Darling, you know I hate to think of losing all of that history more than anyone. But think of what they could have gained. Maxim left the Republics, and it allowed animancers in Fjord to thrive.
Destroying our home is not starting something new.
You really think everyone in Solace is there willingly? If anything, I imagine Mihala and her traditionalists will only make it harder to leave now. You know your own mind. There's something to be said for that.
True. And you've a date with the gods soon. We can only hope that you'll make better decisions.
And that's not all. Not to spoil the moment with good news, but I doubt the rest of the island has been quiet while we've been looking for the garden. Things have only gotten more tense since Fjord, and the Steel Garrote probably hasn't been doing us any favors on that front.
Especially when they're led by a woman who doesn't seem interested in staying dead. Not to mention, after we take care of the Envoy's little god problem, we'll still have an empire bearing down on us.
I guess that's why you and Sapadal are due for a heart-to-heart, or whatever you have with a god.
Can't say I'm too excited about just walking into the garden. I grew up learning I needed to protect that place, but it never felt like more than a children's tale to me.
I hear you. This island is weird enough when all we have to worry about are vengeful plants and soul-altering corruption.
Am I the only one who's looking forward to the garden? We're pioneers, stepping into the great unknown, a land of mystery.
We have to remember to love them in spite of their lack of proper enthusiasm, dearie. You have such a way with words, Envoy.
I have a theory about the garden, or a warning, depending on how you want to look at it. Sapadal has been imprisoned a long time. The garden will be a reflection of their dreams, their nightmares, their madness.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw visions or hallucinations, and not even the fun kind. Anytime, darling.
Before we go any further, I have to ask you something. You told the Inquisitor that you intend to free Sapadal, set them loose upon the world. Is that still the plan?
I will say yes.
Everyone deserves freedom.
I could make an exception for a god with the power to destroy us all in a tantrum.
Sapadal is responsible for the spiritual health of the Living Lands, and the island has suffered for it. No matter what the Inquisitor said, I don't believe there's a right or wrong choice to make here. Just the one you believe in. Good. Who said it has to be? Remember, we're stepping into a realm that is both physical and spiritual in nature. If you can call it nature. There's no telling how long we'll be gone. For all we know, time could run backwards in the garden.
Not a chance. We're a crew now, so you're stuck with me until the end. Marius?
I told you I'd be with you till the end. I don't go back on my promises. What about you, Giada?
You're not going into the garden without me. I have to see this with my own eyes. Yatsli, if you feel like running back to Quilici, now would be the time. No one would think less of you.
And tell Quilici that I missed out on the most exciting part.
Fair weather or foul?
I plan on wandering the garden whether I'm traveling with you or not. I have to find out what the big deal is.
Agreed. I'm not waiting in camp while the rest of you have all the fun. Hope to see you out there, Marius.
Well, let's go then. We can't keep your god waiting.
That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
You ever get a tingle? It
was a whole lot.
You ever get a weird tingle in your gut that says, "Hey, this is fucked." Yeah, that's my gut right now.
Out of exactly what I expected, honestly. It's all processes and traditions and arguments over texts written. Written by non-Jews centuries ago.
And I think that's it.
Same story everywhere. Though, much of Rauatai's history is recorded in chants. So, half our debates are some.
I'm taking these two.
Wonder if Yahtzee brought. He brought her ladder. That's gonna be.
Same with dying.
This way.
Ah, I thought I could land. Okay, never mind. We'll wait. We'll be patient. I'm
going this way.
Let's look at the ice. And the damage.
Silmas mitu.
Ready? Aim.
How did I know I'd be jumping into a giant pool of water? Free to me, you.
I see the disciple has found his way into the cell.
No. We know this voice, this presence, sneering at us through our prison bars.
I culled your rot from this land before. I will do it again. And you carve lands into petty fiefdoms, but we are the gods of all Aora. You question our purpose? Search inside yourself.
Out. Out. Her voice pierces our skin.
Look at this place. A quagmire of your parasite's worst instincts. Can you even begin to grasp the forces that you tamper with? Hell? It has forged the iron of its own restraints. Do you think you're special, with your god's thorn in your side? Do you believe you can hold dominion over chaos itself? When even the collective fury of the real gods could only confine the sniveling creature to this wasteland. Who else would have the strength?
It is true. She twists the knife. The seas run red with memory.
In time, the gods felt the wretched powers seeping through this land. Its madness would consume us all if it was not contained. Chaos threatens us all. We will ensure order prevails. A pity that its followers could not be reasoned with. They were defiant to the end. The poor godless, worshipping the very thing that subsumed them. We could not excise the rot and spare the roots that nourished it. A regrettable consequence of a necessary war.
Why does our prison not protect us? Help us! Silence her!
Listen to its tantrum. It knows neither order nor sense. Adir is the only thing holding back the tide of entropy. Then they will keep applying the rod until it understands. But there is still time. You can succeed where Ludwig failed. Face your false god and end its reign of terror permanently. The path of justice is fraught. Only the strong may follow it. I leave you with a warning. The false god's essence is strong here. It taints all it touches. My magfolk may be hostile too. Stay vigilant and remember.
Never understood Wodika's appeal. Still don't.
I have nothing to say. That was insane.
Silmas Mito.
Die. Watch your left. Just like the good old days.
Alright, there's a key downstairs. Okay.
Stay alert. That thing's moving this time.
Show me what you got.
Alright.
What is that? I know that place, right?
You?
Oh no. No, no, no. Why is this? They're dead. Like it just happened. Like I remember.
This is the moment I found you. Bundled and crying, while our parents died.
Viate. You're not here. You can't be here.
I am dead, Viate, from the Dream Scourge. We are in the garden. As strange as this seems, it is normal here. Please, Viate. This is where you need to be right now.
I have faced this already. Why force me to do it again? Right. We are here for a reason, and I'm not it.
No, Nimdut. You're exactly why we're here. How much of this do you remember? I can't tell from your eyes.
We dealt with Razvan. He got what was coming to him.
Yes. He is here as well. I don't think he particularly wanted to see you. Sapadal wants to understand. They know your envoy very well, but not the people next to them.
I have what I needed. We dealt with Razvan. We avenged our parents' deaths.
Then maybe it was I who needed to speak with my Viate. With a clear mind this time. Even when we were children, you kept me alive, first by needing my protection, and then by being who you turned out to be. When you left Solace, it was like I lost more than my best friend. I lost my need to live.
I know. And I'm not sure I'll ever live that down. I don't think I know how.
You've always done everything you could to survive. It's time for you to learn how to live.
So, what do we do now?
They're right, Viate. This lava flows directly between us.
We've both been through so much. But I can see that it's all behind us now. Just another thing we've survived after all this time.
A fine way to put it. I see it too. You've come a long way from that scared boy who refused to wear shoes for fear a bug might crawl out of it.
That was you, Nimdut. Look at my feet. Shoes. Kamayu.
Get out of here. Hike up your waistline and go talk to a god. They'll be waiting.
Well, it was good to see you today. Even with all this. I don't remember what they look like. They're all the same.
Make worth and loss! Take it back!
Take a moment, people. Stay on your toes.
And roll!
Seal mes mito.
Left leg! And roll!
Alright. That was fun. That was great.
Seal mes mitum.
It's not the book I need.
Road 10!
Seek. Seek. and Roth! Silmas Meatum! Worth and Roth!
I don't get it.
Thomas Cairn. What's that doing here?
Are you seeing this too? No. This can't be. I've sailed halfway across the world. I've never seen anything like this.
What's your friend?
Sorry, envoy. Let's talk about it back at camp, right?
This room. It looks just like Thomas. Tama. No. I dealt with this. We stood at his memorial together. What is this, envoy? This is your god's prison, not mine. I can't tell. I can't focus on his face. His features keep blurring, changing. I'm not sure. I know it's him, but I don't recognize him as the Tama I knew. It's like he keeps changing in front of me. Does that make sense? Then how come they look so unfamiliar? I used to remember his face so clearly from that night. His rigid jaw, the way his eyes crinkled at the corners. He was in pain, but trying to hide it. I see everything. All his moments at once. Joy, sadness, anger, heartbreak, stomachache. Everything from the handful of years that I knew him and the decades before we'd met. He's almost a stranger. Yeah, it is. All this time I kept him frozen in his worst moment. When he was suffering and when I failed him. But now that I see him as more, it's like he's free of that. You're right. I am. It's like you said. His memory is no longer a burden. For the longest, I was afraid to let go of this moment, like I'd be letting him go if I did. Now I see I was just holding on to something that was weighing us both down. Me too. I never thought I'd meet someone I respect the way I respected Tama. But you've made some tough calls, and you've kept your head and your heart in the right place. So whatever comes next, I'm with you until the end. Now let's go find this god of yours and end the Dream Scourge. When we reach them, what do you think we'll find? A victim? A villain? They've certainly suffered enough for one. Let's end this.
It was different. What are you doing? Here's what would happen if I actually went to his home. I want to try something. Oh, sorry, I don't need him for that. Okay.
This one's mine.
Take Worth and Roth!
I need to unwind.
Steel as meat.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Or am I going mad?
So this is her parents.
What is the meaning of this? It can't be real. This is an illusion. A joke. Tell me we're both seeing the same thing. But worse. So much worse. Why am I cursed to see this again? Why does the memory follow me wherever I go? They have a sick sense of humor. Whoever is responsible, I'm tired of the bullshit. Step forward and answer for yourself, coward.
Godlike of Sapadal, long have we awaited you.
Finally, you've come home.
This is almost as bad as Ringram's creepy sculptures.
Oh my gods. They're alive? What do you think you're doing?
Giada Castel, welcome.
Wait, you know me? How do you know me?
For centuries, our whispers filled the silence. Then we heard your mother's call.
My mother? You heard her?
She reached out to us, using the tool you now carry.
But that would have been years ago. The first time she used the phantasmal focus. The only time she used it.
We heard, and Sapadal answered, saying in a great voice, "We are here. You have found us."
But when Sapadal speaks, the living lands trembles. The voice of a god can be a terrible thing. Indeed, Sapadal learned to whisper.
What exactly happened to my parents? Tell me, please. I need to know.
Sapadal wanted to be heard, and in so doing, twisted your family in body and soul, broke them into a more suitable shape.
Sapadal does not know the limits of their strength. Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made? Do you have any idea what my life has been since your little mistake?
After the incident, your parents were like us, and we took pity, so we helped them move on, as they wanted.
In the end, they thought only of you, their pride, and their love.
That's it. That's really it. The answer I've been searching for all these years. Sapadal destroyed my family.
I'm sorry, I can't be serious. Are you joking me?
Indulge me a moment. I've been waiting a long time for this. One final question, spirits. What is this? Why are you trying to ruin my life again? Is this your way of haunting me? What is it you want?
That's 4 questions.
We want to apologize on Sapadal's behalf, and for the part we played in your sorrow.
They want to apologize. I came to the garden for answers, not to offer forgiveness.
I mean...
Shit. This is going to hurt. Sapadal has been trapped here for millennia. Alone. Confused. Screaming into the void for anyone who will listen. When they heard the voice of a stranger, they overreacted. How can I hold that against you? Apology accepted.
Thank you, Giada. And thank you, Godlike. for bringing her all this way.
The time has come for you to find your patron, as you were meant to. May the living lands receive you with open arms. Farewell.
Goodbye.
Right. The farther we get from this place, the better.
So basically, if Saldron screams, the dreams. I'm sorry, I can't keep a serious face. That is the most ridiculous thing I heard.
Incredible. This place would be peaceful if it wasn't so depressing.
Take him down. Hunsel, on your right.
Take worth and wrong!
Coming from your right.
We have been here. We were here all the yesterdays before. Scorpion venom, pain, then numbness. Paralyzed, they said. We feel no spark of the Tibaris Inachus in this place. We cannot see it through their eyes. We slumber here, alone. Why would they not create with us? They took it all away. Then hurry.
Here they come.
worth and rot! Worth and rot!
Not bad, Marius.
It's over here. I mean, we're still missing one.
Take worth and rot!
Come and get
Seal mes mito.
Okay. Nice.
Why am I even here? You're trying to get us all killed. Now I see why your emperor sent you alone. Let's take a break before we continue.
No, we're fine.
Is this where your god friend sleeps? I assume we'll have to...
Nice of someone to mark that spot for us.
Gods. This is the place.
Take worth and rot! Seal mes mito. Then rock!
Stand a chance!
Wasn't sure what you were gonna use that for. Nice job. Here's hoping we can avoid
How did I
that
get
madness
that?
down there.
Make work and rock! Seal mes mito. Make work and rock!
Alright,
Weight's down.
keep moving.
Here we go.
Keep your guard up. We gotta live to tell this tale.
And rock!
Take a best shot.
Seal mes mito. Make work and rock!
On your right. Put it down. Put it down.
Make work and rock!
Next one's mine.
Make work and rock!
Everybody all right?
I'm gonna start upgrading this. So I can get extra pop. Alright, moment of truth.
so long. You are so small. We questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil. You persevered. Now, you are here.
You're a hard god to find, if I'm being honest.
We were everywhere once, in everything. They burned us. They tore us out. We wish it could have been different. We only wanted connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh. The fist of Empire. Her wolves defile the city on the shore. Blood on the tile. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now! We will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open. It will take you there. You will not. Center your thoughts. The path will bend to your intent. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills. We want nothing more than that. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow. We trust you. You who have been by our side. You met death, and you sought vengeance. Could not trust, but you taught us trust, and we trust you. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity. Do you think we have learned nothing from you? We deserve more than this prison. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear? The beautiful thing you killed, already you have forgotten. We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said? Let us be free. End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us... Center your thoughts. Reach for us. Clear the fog. Tear down the gates. We were so blind, so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow, tend, flower. We will always remember. We will remember you when you are ash and soil and mold.
Are my companions dead or are they still alive? Where's my team?
Depths.
It's paradise.
Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aora could transport us so quickly, or so far.
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
Hey, at least you didn't let 6 years go by.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. Feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Reingrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us. Nah, don't be so hard on yourself. The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, Rather a successful day.
Kith and God entwine. The flower shades the soil in which it grows.
We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Sansa.
Well. I don't quite know what to make of it.
How did you make it out?
They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran.
Envoy? Is it really you? Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nakutadek?
It's too preposterous to believe. How could a plague be ended by speaking with a god?
Everyone, please, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
Zapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
So you say. But Shatterscarp is still littered with dream thralls, and Temerty is still pacing her room, muttering in the dark.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them? Ludwine had intimated that this land grew a new god. But how can that be?
Giada and I have some theories about the nature of the Adra in the Living Lands.
I'd say we're past the point of theorizing.
If the Adra here is a closed system, like a terrarium for our souls, then a gradual accumulation of essence could coalesce into a being in the beyond.
Much like the formation of gemstones. All it takes is time and the right application of pressure.
Wodka no doubt saw Zapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradise? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Nakutadek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
Similar roots had infected the structures at Naku Kubel. If they and the Dream Scourge were really the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
I don't answer to any of you, so fuck off.
Alas, I've found that rarely stops others from having opinions on what you've done.
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Zapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Having Zapadal at our beck and call might be to our advantage. I'd like to see Rawatai try to stand toe-to-toe against a god.
Keeping watch over Zapadal was a sacred task Nandru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, My wardens owe them their allegiance.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now.
But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradise. Inquisitor Ludwig has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Well, she's seen better days. But you wouldn't know it, judging by how she fights.
Ludwig's run through the militia like a whirlwind.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves. Regrettably, she's not in the business of making exceptions for people she deems oathbreaker. So long as her passion for Wodica lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That'll be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
You can't be serious. You'd stand with the Steel Garrote.
No. Don't tell me you're bending the knee to the ones who burned my city.
Don't do this. I followed you to the end, but I won't follow you.
No.
I thought you were smarter than...
The wardens would sooner...
If you
How many
No.
I didn't mean to click that.
Excellent. Now, let me pose you, all of you, a question.
Ludwig has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors and reinforcements swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Ludwig, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide, together. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here. Well, don't leave me in suspense.
Oh, gods have mercy.
Solus and her wardens stand vigil with the living lands.
You can count on Thirdborn. Our cannons stand with the living lands.
Fjord and her animancers stand with the living lands.
We deserve this opportunity. Thank you for believing in us.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the politics.
God, they made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences. That leaves the matter. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradise, and eventually the island.
The living lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks. Ludwig must...
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradise militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Show them that the living lands will not be broken across Wodica's knee.
We... May all the gods of Eora and the living lands...
Let's take back the city together. Show the Steel Garrote how the living lands takes care of its...
Time to stop the Steel Garrote.
So we're going after the Steel Garrote now, right? What?
Egworth and Rock!
One for you! Here we go!
That's all of you.
Okay, let's just storm it.
Take worth and rot! And rot!
Actually, I am a little tempted. I want to do 3 separate endings of this game. Only because I'm tempted.
And raw! Sealmas meatum.
Right flank!
The eastern gate is ours. Now stay here. You watch out for Ludwig.
That's one for us.
So, the third ending I'm going to do is going to be different. I'm going to see if I can restart love. Previous argument. And
Sealmas meatum. And raw!
Get
Watch
them!
yourself. Here we go. Hold it. Found you.
Stillness Metal. Then rock.
Hold on. I can take care of the plaza on my own.
And stay down.
Boudica demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Get ready. Skeleton lady's up ahead.
Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
There you are.
This is it, Envoy. The only part that matters.
So, you survived the garden. Did you come all this way just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
Yeah, basically.
You'll get your chance.
Then what are you waiting for?
Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
Naturally. The Burned Queen has plans for this island, and I am her steadfast will.
This can only turn out well.
The only question is, what's to be done with you? You, who were once so bright and promising. Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live. That's what they want you to think. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
I knew you on the field of battle, when your honor was beyond question. But I don't know what you are now. Consider death my parting gift in recognition of our time together. I give you freely that which I can never have. You really believe you can kill me? Do kill me as no one ever has. Hold nothing back. Give it your all.
Famous last words.
Let's finish this.
Once I'm done killing you, your god...
Come and get me!
We are every seed in the soil. We will always...
Boudica! Queen among queens!
Where is it?
Send me your aid! Ethic worth it.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Don't abandon me now!
She's desperate, Envoy! This is it! She's given up on her. Now's the time!
Almost. Die.
Wherever Ludwine is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done. But we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. Thanks to you, the Living Lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. For the rebels of Paradis, this is not a victory they can share. Fearing your wrath, they retreat deeper into the wilderness, taking their secrets and ideals with them. The Oracle Sargamus emerges from the Temple of Aethys, unburdened by any purpose but for the one you gave him. He sets out across the living lands in search of the sick, lost and grieving, and he gives them the comfort of fellowship where he can. When his energy flags, he recalls the compassion you extended him, and he returns to his work with renewed devotion. His new labors cannot fill the hole left by his god's passing from the world, but they give him succor during the long hours of the night. He dies alone in the Deerwood, beloved of no one, but remembered by all he knew. He does not forget you. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. Though free, Shatterscarp is still haunted by the surviving dream thralls after the destruction of Naku Kubel. The routine hunt for the remaining monsters becomes part of Thirdborn's everyday life, another chore atop a hardscrabble existence with few comforts. The youthful make a game of the hunt, retrieving artifacts from the dead to return to those they left behind. Solace Keep clings to its long-held isolation at first, but after mourning her friend Kostya, Mihala reluctantly deigns to open the doors of the fortress. Some dwarves greet newcomers with glee. Others still mutter darkly about outsiders. Mihala flounders in her earliest negotiations with the rest of the living lands, but slowly learns compromise. She develops a taste for Valian sweets. For the first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. Not to flee, not to drift, but to venture. He visits the distant shores Tama told him about, and savors the modern marvels, ancient wonders, and breathtaking expanses he beholds. His heart swells, not with grief, but with awe. There is so much to discover, and he will spend his years chasing all of the joy and beauty the world has to offer him. With his travels alongside the envoy complete, Marius is left directionless once again. Rather than disappearing into his cups, however, Marius leans on his time among his companions to give him the strength to re-enter society and find comfort in civilization. He establishes a route between Paradise and Thirdborn, guiding travelers between the two in return for money and supplies. And while he has a reputation for being aloof, he joins the campfires from time to time, sharing stories of his time with the envoy that most travelers believe are completely made up. Giada learned much in your time together. How to stand up to authority, how to face the unknown, and how to move on from the past. But her family's unfinished work weighs heavily on her soul. Her inheritance is the burden of achieving the impossible. Such is the life of an animancer. At least now she has the right tools for the job, and new friends to help her through hard times. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yatsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yatsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sopadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin tentatively to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sopadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys. Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together, And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Well, that was Avowed. Good ending. I liked it. Oh, that's why I got the sleeping on. So we're gonna load the game real quick. I believe it's the point of no return. No. I think here? Yeah. So we're going to do this one more time. And, God help us. God help these poor souls for what I'm about to do. This is gonna hurt. Ooh, what's... Yeah, oh, you're gonna hate me.
When you...
Every...
So, unfortunately...
Similar and...
Well, become Inquisitor.
You can't be serious. You'd stand with the Steel Garrote.
No. Don't tell me you're bending the knee to the ones who burned my city.
Don't do this. I followed you to the ends of this world. We all did. But I won't follow you here.
No. If you do this, you better say goodbye, Envoy. I won't help you sell out my home to that Korba.
I thought you were smarter than this.
The Wardens would... If you think Thirdborn will submit without a fight, you're out of...
How many lives are you willing to forfeit for this benign...
No. So be it.
I thought you were different from your kinsmen, but...
Trust in Adiran to betray you. I should have known.
May the militia have your head for this, Adiran swine!
After everything we've seen and done, what an awful way to end things between us. I'm returning to my people, where I belong, to prepare for the end. I suggest you do the same.
I thought we were a crew, Envoy. But you're betraying everything we fought for.
I guess you made your choice, huh? Good working with you, Envoy. Maybe we'll share a drink sometime in the future.
After all the Steel Garrote have done, you choose them. It was nice knowing you, Envoy. But I refuse to be part of this.
Hurry now. Find Ludwine and let her know what we've done here. Be clever, Be swift, for I fear your life is forfeit. And be well. Go now on Helia's wings. Gods have mercy on us all.
Oh, everyone just left.
This is bullshit.
Give me one more moment of your time. It's the last thing I will ever...
I would have understood you sticking with Adir after all this, and I would have fought by your side. But the Steel Garrote, that's where I draw my line. No, you won't see me again. And if you do, you better keep your guard up.
What's that? Got any other Nimdut decisions you want to tell me about? Well, at least you're consistent. You helped me through some really rough Sokka, so I say this with all the love and respect possible. You have lost your Usundant mind, Envoy, and you're dragging us all down with you. I guess you think the Living Lands needs more razing of villages and wholesale slaughter of heretics. I bet you didn't even think about what this would do to Giada. They destroyed her home, Nimdut. Duke de Dragu, Envoy.
I don't care about you two, separately. Let's do this. This time they'll win.
And Rob!
This is more of a what-if scenario.
Watch out!
Found you!
With you!
Silmes mitum.
My home is needed.
And roll it! Strike that down!
Silmes mitum.
For the burnt queen.
Silmas Mito.
May Wodica take
Wodica demands your submission. Stand against her and fall.
Hey.
There you are. So, you survived the garden, and now you face me alone. What happened to your loyal companions? The turquoise giant, the sad hunter, the orphan heretic, the irreverent speck of dust. Don't tell me they abandoned you. Likewise. And fate has drawn us back together where we belong. Is it true, Envoy? Has the Burned Queen touched your soul at last? Have you come to join her army? Pledge yourself to the Steel Garrote, and you'll have the strongest fighting force in all of Aora at your beck and call. But I wonder, how serious is your commitment? I'm so glad you asked. Before I accept you into the Steel Garrote, I require a gesture of fealty. A sacrifice. Renounce Sapadal. Disavow yourself of your corrupted essence. Only then, when your soul is ready, may you kneel before me. That is it. Let go of your tainted essence, a drop at a time if that's what it takes. Renounce them again, Envoy, once more. Say it. Again.
Free us only to cast us into the dirt. What have you done? She binds you. She will tear out both our wings.
Very good, Envoy. What an obedient start to a long and promising career. Now, kneel before me. Receive your blessing. Excellent. With this blade, I double. Traitor! Unworthy of Wodica's accolade! In the end, the Imperial Envoy died with honor. As their blood soaked into the soil of their homeland, their soul departed for parts unknown. Either to be imprisoned, reborn, or consumed by the gods. The Steel Garrote stood vigil over these lands for years to come. Under our watch, no child was born with the tainted mark of Sapadal.
Alright. We got one more ending. What happens if we betray everyone? And then betray Leia?
There There you are! Likewise. Excellent. Pledge yours, but I want. I thought this might happen. Such a farewell. Once I'm done killing you, your god of flame!
We are every seed in the soil. We will always grow.
Wonica! Queen among queens! Send me your aid!
Sealness Mito. Thickworth and Raw!
Again! Wonica! Help me! One last time!
It is as you said,
Thickworth and Raw! Sealness Mito.
Wonica! Where are you? No! Don't abandon me now!
Sealness Mito.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Adiran forces assemble around you, ready to accept new orders. Whatever happens next, their loyalty is yours. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague, the living lands, is now a colony of the Adiran Empire, and you are its king. The Ascendant Steel Garrote demand that you rule them with a strangling fist, and you oblige them. Under your leadership, all worship of the gods is outlawed, save for worship of Wodaka. You replace the settlement's leaders with loyal captains from the Steel Garrote, and your followers work tirelessly to tame the frontier. Though you promise them an age of order and discipline is just over the horizon, peace forever feels just out of reach. You find yourself looking over your shoulder. You wait for a knife in the back. The rebels of Paradis are not so fortunate. Over the years, more of their hidden sanctuaries are rooted out by the Steel Garrote, until they have nowhere left to run. They flee or perish. The Oracle Sargamus emerges from the Temple of Aethys, unburdened by any purpose but for the one you gave him. He sets out across the living lands in search of the sick, lost, and grieving, and he gives them the comfort of fellowship where he can. When his energy flags, he recalls the compassion you extended him, and he returns to his work with renewed devotion. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle. The ashes of Fior Massiverno continue. The people of Shatterscarp find themselves caught between two sides, with Adirans keeping rule over the colony, and Dream Thralls still stalking the hills. Despite the steady flow of Adiran goods, some Thirdborners leave the city, trusting their chances with monsters more than those with an empire. The ones who remain watch with wariness and patience, waiting to see if Adir might let down its guard. For a brief but hopeful moment, Solace Keep opens the fortress doors to the new rulers of the living lands, allowing Adirans to come and go as they please. But the peace does not hold. Lacking patience for the Empire's unyielding demands, Mihala shuts the doors once again, issuing a warning. Those who trespass in Solace Keep will not leave alive. The Adirans waste no time gathering their forces, for an example must be made. For the first time in many years, Kai feels an agreeable restlessness. As the flames die down in Paradis, Marius finds himself in the familiar state of being alone. He bids farewell to those he has come to know as companions, and sets off for the wilderness, where he finds solace in the constant battle for survival. Aside from trips to Paradis or Thirdborn for supplies, he keeps his distance from civilization, disappearing into the wilds and taking his doubts and anxieties with him. Giada learned much in your time together. How to stand up to authority, how to face the unknown, and how to move on from the past. But her family's unfinished work weighs heavily on her soul. Her inheritance is the burden of achieving the... No longer under the threat of imminent... Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sopadal pours a fragment of... An eerie quiet pulls you out of reverie. Your enemies are vanquished, and you alone stand triumphant. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
We have one more ending I want to do, but I will save it for the next stream. once I find it. I think it's here.
Murderer, she is near.
Yes, it is. So I'm going to save it here. You can play this game, but I do want to do one more because I'm very conflicted. I'm very conflicted with something, and I want to try it. So I want to end the stream here. Thank you all for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe, and I will see you next time. Peace.